guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Estee and I make fitness and lifestyle videos. So in today's video, you come along with me on a few days in my life. I am down 2 kilos in 5 weeks, so I'm going to tell you how I've done that later on in the video. If you are new here, then please join the fam, give this a like and subscribe as well. Rewind to the morning where I took Monty on a walk and then I went and got my nails done. Let's go. So I'm gonna go and have breakfast. I'm actually gonna eat breakfast out. You might be thinking, oh my god, well that is so counterproductive because aren't you in a deficit? Yes, I am. But the beautiful thing about living in Bali is that you literally can go to a cafe and like build your own. So I'm gonna show you what I get. It's my favorite thing in the entire world, and it is the weirdest concoction ever, okay? But I have been having this for breakfast most days. I do tend to have my first meal quite late on in the day. No reason at all really, other than the fact that I just actually quite enjoy it now. I used to be that kind of girl that would like wake up super early, eat as soon as she's woken up, but now I just kind of want to wake my body up first, hydrate, then get some caffeine. Lo and behold, before I know it, it's like 11, 12. It is currently now like just gone 12 o'clock. So you could call it brunch is what we're having now. We're gonna go and eat at one of our local cafes called Mode. So you're gonna come along with me and I'm gonna show you what I get. And also I'm gonna show you how I put this into my fitness pal, because even when you're eating out, it's important to have like a rough idea as to how much you're eating, how many calories there are in that meal. So I'm gonna show you everything, okay? So let's buckle up, let's go. Get some delicious scran. Okay, right girls, you girls, you need to be honest with me here, because I have recently got these sunglasses, okay, and I think they're cool, but I also feel like I look very strange. I also think they look better on me when I have my hair up. Like, let me just turn you around. Like, see, like I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder and I just don't like it, but with my hair up, it's like a vibe. Anyway, I don't really care. I need to be wearing sunglasses because the sun is actually out. Oh my god. My past few vlogs, I feel like I've just been about good weather Bali is having, and now we've got some sun. I think dry season has finally made her appearance and she's here. So that's a great advancement in life, because I'm telling you, it makes me feel 10 times better when the sun is out. But also recently, like the past 2 weeks, we've been having like bouts of cloudiness, weather The temperature is perfection. Like walking, for just going out and about. Like I can now go on a walk, for example, and walk Monty at like 3 p.m. and not be sweating out of my eyeballs because it's a little bit cloudy, it's not as humid. Oh my God, it's like delightful. It is delightful. Because one thing I will say is, especially in rainy season / when it rains in Bali, it becomes extremely humid, like it's really hot. Why am I telling you this? I don't actually know. I just wanted to ask you about my sunglasses. So yeah, let me know if you think these are a vibe or not. Hello darlings, so we are back from having breakfast / brunch because it's literally like midday, so you can't really call it breakfast really, can we? But just wanted to tell you how I've logged the meal that I have just had. Now the beautiful thing, and I've already said that the most beautiful thing about being in Bali is the fact that you literally can go to cafes and like make your own food. I had chicken thigh, 2 eggs, 1 piece of sourdough and some caramelized onion, which I know is very rogue, but that caramelized onion is like crack. Don't know how they do it, it's freaking delicious. Anyway, here's how I loosely track it. I go to my fitness pal and I basically put in what I've just had, okay? But there are a certain few things that I needed to add. So for example, earlier on in the day, I did have a coffee with almond milk in it. Now that is roughly around 200 mils. So I have put almond milk, the exact same brand that they use in the coffee shop. So I'll put the almond milk as 200 mils, just obviously so we can count that in because that is 74 calories. Okay, we need to know that information. 2 large eggs. Now the beautiful thing with that is when you go to a cafe and you ask for just a hard boiled egg, you know that there is no additional oils on there because it's literally a boiled egg. Whereas if you were to ask for something like a scrambled egg, then the chances are it's covered in butter, it's covered in milk and racking up a hell of a lot more calories without you even thinking about it. Then I have just put sourdough, white sourdough, 60 grams. I know this because I weigh sourdough out all the time, so I know roughly what it looks like. And then I've put 150 grams of chicken thigh. And then, this is really important, olive oil. Okay, I know the cafe we went to cooks with olive oil, so I have put 10 grams of olive oil. Is this 100% concrete accurate? No, it isn't, but at the same time, like the rest of my meals today are going to be home cooked, so that's how I would track it. The same thing is if you were to go out and eat food, like go for a meal or whatever, just break down what you're having. So if you're having a bagel, break down the ingredients in the bagel. So you go 1 full bagel, no salmon, cream cheese, like assume everything is full fat because it probably will be, especially in cafes. Just so you have a bit more of an idea as to what you're choosing when you go and eat out. And it just kind of builds that awareness around nutrition. But I have just had my daily electrolytes, creatine, and then I've my multivitamin, and then my vitamin B. But do you know what it reminds me of? Come here.
Okay.
Come, just praying yourself down. Right, now, turn your head. Doesn't he remind you of that cartoon character? What's he called?
Johnny Bravo.
Yeah, I'll put a picture up, but he reminds me of that with his new hair. Next door to us, we have a construction site. Okay, there's like villas being built next door to us. On a random day, a puppy lands in said construction site. So now she is like the neighborhood dog. Spends a lot of time in our garden and she's like Monty's best friend. Go on, let's have a look. Oh no, look at her. Little baby, she's just a baby. So we've already got her spayed, so she's not gonna have any babies of her own. Alright. She literally just lives either in our garden or outside. We've acquired a second dog by accident. She just fell on our doorstep, quite literally. Welcome to Bali, I guess. I feel like my house is turning into like a dog sanctuary. She is very, very cute, but she's tired and she just wants... Oh, that is a mood. Right, let's get juicing. I've been chatting to you for 7 whole minutes, which is wild. I haven't vlogged in the longest time ever, so you could tell it's been so long since I've actually filmed an updated YouTube video because I've got so much to tell you, so much has gone on, but I think that's quite nice. We're having a good catch up. I feel like today's gonna be a chatty vlog. We have a new addition to our kitchen, okay, and I am very extremely excited by it. And there is a little bit of a background story to this, okay, because in Bali you can buy like, go to a cafe and you can buy freshly squeezed cold pressed juices, okay. Steve was like racking up the pounds, okay, on these juices. So we were in a homeware store called Asco here in Bali, and he was like, do you know what, I'm just gonna buy a juicer. And I was like, well, if you buy the juice, I will happily freshly squeeze the juice for you. So here is our new juicer. Like, she is beauty, she is grace, I love her. We're gonna do some juicing. I'm gonna show you a few little recipes that I've been doing. This is like my second time juicing, so I am no expert at the moment, but I am loving it. I am absolutely loving it. We have so many bottles in terms of like glass bottles. Oh my God, look at our cleaner. She's an actual babe. Look, she's literally just done all this. So yeah, these are all glass bottles that we have. This did not look like this before she came here. Like, I think she's like our guardian angel. I'm not even joking. Right, so the first juice I'm gonna make is pineapple, just pure pineapple juice. Look how glorious this is. This is like one of like, it has to be hands down my favorite thing about living in Bali is the fact that we can eat so freaking clean and it being the cheapest thing ever. Like, why is it in Western cultures, like why is it like in the UK, in the US, eating healthy costs more than like eating junk food? I know why, because they want you to get poorly from eating chemicals. Anyway, the fact that I can just whip out to the market, get fresh fruit and veg every single day, like, and it literally costs me like £5. No, I'm not even joking. Probably like, it depends what you get. But I'm just gonna prepare the pineapple. The fact about pineapples, if you didn't know, is they contain a digestive enzyme called berberine. Now berberine literally helps you break down it helps your body break down food a lot better. So if you're somebody who has like bloating or struggles in the digestion department, eat pineapple. Doesn't this look like a little potion? Like, it technically is, isn't it? They're like little healthy concoctions. So this is the first batch. This is pineapple juice, pure pineapple juice. Okay, so the next one I'm gonna make is gonna be carrots, turmeric, ginger, orange and lemon. Right, so this is lemon, then we've got ginger, this is turmeric. By the way, if you've never seen a turmeric, what it looks like in its real form, that's what it looks like. Carrots. Okay, second juice is done, and we've got a little bit of an overflow. So here we've got carrot, ginger. By the way, I've had to write down what's in each one because last time I did it, I thought, oh yeah, it's so easy to remember. No, it's not. And then Steve would come up to me like, what's in this one? And I'm like, don't know. So I thought, get a whiteboard pen marker and write down what's in each one. I quite like things, especially with ginger and turmeric, I like it strong. It's like very, very nice actually, very tasty. There's a little bit of lemon in there as well. Anyone actually is wondering, I'm just making these up. This is what I do a lot of the time when I make things or cook things or whatever. I just make it up as I go. I'm very much like my mum in that aspect, and I joke and say to her all the time, I was like, you might not actually be here with me in Bali, mum, but whatever I do reminds me of you. Hence, I'm just whacking shit together and hoping it tastes nice, and it always does. Okay, so the final juice that I've done is, I mean, look at the colour of it. Amazing. So in here, We've got ginger, beetroot, apple, lemon, orange, a little bit of pineapple because I tried it and it was a bit sour. Pineapple needed to like sweeten things up a little bit, and that is it. Living in Bali is like living in a time warp because tell me why I've blinked and it's like nearly 6 p.m. I don't understand. I actually do not understand. I've just had another meal. It was just some rice, some tomato ketchup and 2 chicken mince burger patties. This is our obsession right now in our household. Chicken mince burger patties are like the thing. Like, we have it every single day. The chicken mince into chicken mince burger patties. And my mum taught me this trick, and I'm going to tell you this trick, okay? If you've got beef burgers, chicken burgers, grate a courgette and whack it in. Whack it in, mix it in with the mixture because it helps the burger retain moisture. But now we have sat down. Tea, by the way, look how cute my mug is, right? Oh, is it going to focus? Look at that, it says Love Bali. Like, isn't that just the cutest thing I've ever seen? Actually handmade here by just a local brand, and I just love that. I've had a weird knee situation. Like, my knee has just not been vibing and thriving with life. I've not trained for 4 days now just to help my knee recover, and it has been really annoying. Like, I was just really enjoying my training, and then I get a niggle. I've been getting loads of massages. I'm on the desk, I'm doing check-ins. I just want to say, like, my girls are killing it. Like, oh, I just freaking love doing what I do. Like, I just think it's the most magical job ever. Like, seeing so many women go from being a shell of themselves to like becoming a badass bitch. Like, I just think that's incredible. I'm just absolutely here for it. Good morning, my darling. I hope you are well. Thank you so much for sending through your updates. Like, not be in a negative state of mind, because, you know, the more you think about it, the more you stress yourself about it, probably the worse it's going to be. Because a lot of things, especially when it comes to digestion, things like that, is to do with us and how we're feeling, and also how we're regulating our emotions, which is wild. I love that you shared a dessert. I mean, look, you could have had a dessert each, but, you know, you're just a bit more cautious, which is great. Hello angels, it's a brand new day, but I thought I would take you along with me to see what we get up to today as well. So first things first, what we're going to do is we're actually going to go to the hair salon. We're going back to my favourite place called Pearl. We are going to go and get hair Botox, which essentially, the best way I can describe it, it's a treatment, lasts around 3 months. It's basically a treatment that helps your hair not get frizzy. I've got loads of new hairs that are growing in my hair, and they like form like a little bush on top of my head, and basically hair Botox just helps smooth things out. It's a bit like keratin treatment, but it's not invasive to your hair, and it's actually like a deep nourishing treatment for your hair. Do I want to say hair any more times? Oh my god, that's jarring. So we're going to go and do that now. Then I've got a day of filming content. I've recently started a new Instagram account, which has been something that's been on my mind for the longest time ever, but I've just not wanted to do it because I've just been so scared of like letting go of my OG account. So please be a legend and follow my new one, which is right here. I will link it down below in the description as well. It's a place that actually gives you proper fitness tips, a place for tasty recipes, and just little gym gal vibes. Please head on over to my Instagram account. That would be amazing. Hello girls, right, we're back from the hairdressers. Hair is looking cute. So it turns out this salon does hair Botox a bit differently to the salon that I'd normally get it at. The one that I'd normally get it at, they do like a really big like hair straightening thing, and they use like really hot tools, whereas this one, it was just like a treatment to make my hair more shiny, more glossy, more soft, and she did a lovely blow dry as well. I think this is like the best place to get a hair blowout in Bali, and it's Pearl, because I just love it. This is my hair after I've just been riding back home from the scooter. Okay, so of course in the salon, as you've seen, it looked a lot better, but I honestly just can't complain. I freaking love it. And it makes me feel 10 times better because I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling so sorry for myself because I've got dodgy knees and I just feel like my body's breaking down, I'm getting old, and how I feel, very dramatic, I know. But also, another side note, okay? Like, of course this is gonna happen, but our hob is broken. So our hob is broken, okay? And how it's broken and what happens is if you turn the hob on, it like trips the whole electricity and the whole villa doesn't have electricity. So on our day 2 of not having a functioning hob, which I feel like I've lost my right arm, to be honest. I just feel like this week's gone a little bit skew-if, you know? Steve's poorly, I've got dodgy knees, our hob is broken, like what else is gonna go? What else is happening? Do you know what I mean? So at least my hair looks cute. I've actually got some content that I'm just gonna script and write. By the way, if you wanna know what the insight into someone who makes content is, this is it. So this is what I use to plan content. I've got all my hooks here, and then I've just like plan out what I'm doing on each day. And do you know what actually blows my mind, okay? When I first started my online coaching business back in 2021, just whip out your camera, chat on your stories a little bit. There was barely, like, content creation wasn't as like pivotal as it is these days. Like, I genuinely feel like I'm more of a content creator than I am a coach, which is wild because I'm literally a full-time coach. But like, the amount of thought and execution that is involved in content creation these days is literally wild. Like, if I'm not actually filming content, I'm spending time scripting content, and that's just the world we live in. It's just crazy how quickly like the industry changes. You gotta keep up with it, to be honest. You've got no other choice. But yeah, that's what I'm currently doing. Since I'm getting ready, excuse the bold vibes, excuse that. So it'll be a great opportunity to talk about my current fat loss phase, how I've lost 2 kilos in 5 weeks, okay? Because let me tell you, this has been like the easiest dieting phase I've had for like ever. And when I say that, I genuinely mean it, because I feel like I've just been going through the motions. I haven't really been feeling like I'm dieting, nor should I. Like this, at this point in my deficit, with it being so early on in my deficit, I definitely should not be feeling like starving or anything like that. And different to my other dieting phases, I've actually not been following a meal plan. I say that, but I've pretty much been eating the same thing anyway. So my new coach has given me my like a macro split, which is very, very different for me. I normally like my meal plans. I like to know what I'm eating, so I don't have to think about it. But I've technically done the same thing for myself anyway, you know? So I end up eating the same thing regardless, but it is just nice to have the option of having my macros there. So if I've got like a social event going on, or if I'm out and about, then I can still somewhat be in line with my goals. And currently, like I said, I am 2 kilos down. Honestly, not really bothered about, you know, the weight or anything like that, because my clients will know scale weight for me is just the most pointless thing ever, unless literally your goal is to lose weight because of health reasons. Other than that, it's really not, doesn't really matter. So yeah, I'm 2 kilos down, and honestly, all I've been doing is just focusing on what I'm eating, making sure I'm literally eating whole foods like 90% of the time, and literally training 3 to 4 times a week, getting 10 to 12,000 steps in, and just doing cardio. At the moment, I have got dodgy knees. As I've mentioned earlier on in this video, I'm having a little bit of a niggle with my knees, so I'm having to like take it very, very steady when it comes to training. Like, I've actually not been training this week, which feels very pants, to be honest. It feels absolutely awful. And even me, like, I know that a week of training isn't going to do anything in terms of like my physique, but I just feel like, especially when like I was in such a groove. Oh god, hair. How's this hair? Yeah, because I was in such a good groove in terms of my training. I was like so annoyed that I've picked up this like weird knee niggle, But you know what, it is what it is. Like, I'm not just going to sit here and feel sorry for myself. I know a lot of people do struggle with that, but it's just about focusing on the things that you can control. Like, I'm still able to go and walk, which is great, because I've been training predominantly legs focused split. I think my knees are just had enough. I think I'm just getting old. But also, I've been doing a hell of a lot of recovery this week. I've been doing like lots of massages, lots of deep tissue massages. I actually got invited to a new studio, which is like assisted stretching. So I did that, and I actually feel a lot better today. So that's great. I actually didn't film any of the assisted stretching because we were doing content. We were basically filming content for the company themselves, so I couldn't just whack out my own camera and be like, yo, hi guys, here's stretching. We were just kind of like models, but we got to do it for free. Like, this is like the cool thing about Bali. You just do get to do like really cool stuff like that sometimes. I feel like when you start a calorie deficit, the temptation to slash your calories straight away is high, like really high, especially at the start, where like you're looking at yourself in the mirror, you're not really seeing any change, and like, oh my god, what's the point? I may as well just eat less so I see more progress. And honestly, you're shooting yourself in the foot. You've got to play the long game, okay? Focus on your daily, day-to-day shenanigans. Tick the boxes every day, get your steps in, get your water in, sleep well, and before you know it, there will be a day where you'll look in the mirror or you'll do your progress pictures and you go, bloody hell, as if I look like that. And so that's been me recently. That's actually been me. I do feel like this week has just been a bit pants with not having the mob and with just everything going on, but it's fine. Actually, I'm gonna go and train, hence I'm getting ready. I'm gonna go and train. I'm gonna do a little bit of upper body. Even though I can't really train legs right now, at least I can still train upper. I'm just gonna get some steps in, but that's been me. Hello guys, oh my goodness. So I'm currently editing this video and I've realised I've not really ended the vlog. So in true Estee fashion, I'm going to end the vlog completely on a whole different week to when this video was filmed. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this mixed matched video. If you did like this video, please do me an extra favour, leave a cheeky little like and also subscribe if you are new. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!